guys are having a great Tuesday. Hey, it is a beautiful day out here in the Arkansas Delta. I am out here in this incredible field beside our church property. I love it. It is freshly plowed. It's been rained on. It is gorgeous, and it is a beautiful day, as you can see out here. Just look at the skies behind me, not a cloud in sight. Hey, just want to just kind of hop into to your screen this morning just to say hello. Hope you're doing well. I hope that you have had ample amounts of coffee, and that you've had a chance to spend some quiet time today with God, spend some time in prayer, spend some time in His Word. Things are hopping pretty good around here, getting some things done. Miss Gloria and I are frantically working on a few projects, and so I'm excited about that. Hey, if you remember yesterday, we started in chapter 4 of John, and I shared with you just how deep that chapter is, and we're going to kind of continue here for just a little bit here in just a moment. What I want you to do, hey, is if you're dropping in, hey, would you just say hello? Would you just let me know who's here? I can see a little bit of the screen. There's a pretty good reflection that's there. So if you just say hello, let me know where you're watching from. Let's see, I got Judy Davis, I think, is here. Let me just kind of do that for a minute. Yeah, there's Miss Judy. Glad to see you, Miss Judy. Glad you were here. Anybody else, when you're popping on, just go ahead and say hello. I want to thank Miss Mary Weddington. She has going to be the one to share this over to our group page this morning, and I'm so thankful for her for doing that as I am out here and about. There is Mr. Houston. Good morning, Mr. Houston. Thank you so much for joining me this morning for coffee and a little bit of chat this morning. I hope everybody has a good day planned, a good week planned. The weather says we're looking like storms again tomorrow, and so I want you guys to be careful. So be prepared for that. Hey, just a couple of real quick thoughts. I have got tonight is going to be our virtual Sunday school class, and so that's going to be on the Zoom app, and I'll be posting the access link to that tonight. It'll be starting at 7, so that link will go up a little early to give you a chance to get in and get set up. So I want you to join us tonight. Brother Larry Jones is going to be teaching that Sunday school class, and I'm very excited about that. He does a tremendous job, and I'm loving those myself. So that's tonight at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow night at 6:30 will be our Wednesday night Bible study right here on Facebook Live, and so I'm so excited for that. We're continuing our story into the Exodus. When we left off last week, the children of Israel were crossing the Red Sea. They had crossed over, and then the Egyptians were chasing them, and then the waters had congealed and was beginning to collapse and beginning to fall back on the Egyptian army. So that's kind of where we're going to be taking up at. That's tomorrow night. So I'll be inviting folks to join us tomorrow night, 6:30. We'd love to have you. And tonight, remember, it's 7 o'clock on Zoom. Okay, today we're going to go back to chapter 4. Again, very, very, very strong passage of Scripture. Here, Jesus is still talking with the woman at the well. If you remember, she had left for just a moment to go to tell people in her town exactly what was going on. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pick up this morning at verse 27. This is John chapter 4, verse 27. The scene's kind of shifting because it's kind of like two scenes. There's something going on here, and then there's something going on over here. And so you've got Jesus has been talking to the lady at the well, and then the disciples have been they've been doing their thing. They've been going to the grocery store. Well, now then the lady is going to go back to her town. She's going to go back and she's going to talk to the men, and we're about to see that here in just a minute. And so while she's gone this way, the disciples are going to come back in, and then they're going to be talking to Jesus. Okay, and so this is where we are. This is verse 27 of John chapter 4. So glad you're here. And at this point, his disciples came, and they marveled that he talked with a woman, yet no one said, "Well, what do you seek?" or "Why are you talking with her?" So the disciples have come back. The woman then left her water pot. Remember, she'd gone to the well to get water. Okay. The woman left her water pot, made her way into the city, and said to the men. Now remember, this is a woman who, if you remember yesterday's text, she had been married 5 times and was now living with another man. So she was, a woman of the world. Okay, and so she was very prone to having physical relationships with men. And so to see that she goes back to the men in this city, you have to know that that's a humbling experience for her. She goes and talks to men, and quite possibly she's talking to some of the men that she might have been married to or that she had been with physically. And so this is a very unique situation. So she goes back, she talks to the men, verse 29, come see a man who told me all these things that I ever did. Could this be the Christ? That's what she's asking the men. Then they went out of the city and came to him. So this is the woman leading the men back out to the well. Okay. In the meantime, his disciples urged him, saying, Rabbi, eat. So now then we're back over here. This is Jesus and the disciples. But he said to them, I have food to eat of which you do not know. That's one of the most powerful passages of Scripture to me, because he's telling the disciples that I have something else to eat that you don't know about. I have something else that nourishes my soul, that fills me up, that meets my needs, that you can't get at a grocery store. You can't get it anywhere else. That's powerful. Do we understand that? Do we understand that what Jesus is teaching us is more than material needs, is more than physical needs? What we need is Him. There is a hole in each and every single one of us, folks, that only Jesus Christ can fill, and only Jesus Christ can satisfy. And this is that passage that takes us directly to that. Let's keep reading. He said, my food... Or verse 33, he said, therefore the disciples said to one another, well, has anyone brought him anything to eat? So they're kind of confused. They're not really understanding. Jesus said to them, my food, my nourishment is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work. Wow, what a depth of wisdom that was just shared to those disciples. Jesus continues to say, do you not say there are still 4 months and then comes the harvest? Behold, I say to you, lift up your eyes and look at the fields, for they are already white for harvest. And he who reaps receives wages and gathers fruit for eternal life, that both he who sows and he who reaps may rejoice together. For this is the saying is true, one sows and another reaps. I sent you to reap that for which you have not labored. Others have labored, and you have entered into their labors. Folks, let's just understand something real quick, okay? Jesus and his disciples are having this very powerful, intimate conversation where he tells them that my food is to do the will of him who sent me. And then all the while back over here, if you remember, the woman and the men are coming, and they're making their way over. And so as we look, and I'm just going to kind of give you a shot of this ground, okay? Now, granted, we know that seed is going to be planted here. We know that seed is going to be here, and that very soon a crop is going to be brought in, and it is going to be grown right here, and then it's going to mature, and then it's going to be ripe for the harvest. And you see, Jesus then tells the disciples as he looks out, he says, do you not say there are still 4 months and then comes the harvest? Behold, I say to you, lift up your eyes and look at the fields, for they are already white for harvest. Folks, let's understand something. Listen to me. Jesus was not talking about the fields. When he said, look at the fields that are white for harvest, he was looking. And what he was telling them is to look at the woman and the men that are coming. They're ripe for the harvest. I love you guys. Have an amazing day. Tonight, virtual Sunday school on Zoom tomorrow night. Bible study at 6:30. I love you guys. We'll talk soon.